Hi, and welcome to BremSter Puzzles, and back to Sudoku U, where I'm recording puzzles from the students of FullDeck and Missing a Few Cards as Puzzles and Paradoxes class, and also these are the puzzles that were published in Signet Sudoku Volume 3. This is Modular Man by Silverlace, which is a modular man, apparently. I can kind of see the man in the grid with, there's the head, there's the arms and the legs, and I don't know what these are off to the side. An aura! The man has an aura. This is by Silverlace. There'll be a link to this puzzle below. As I said, you can download Signet Sudoku Volume 3 below. I've covered many of the puzzles in the pack, but I'm going to get straight into this one. I've got a busy day. So let's have a look at it. So we've got normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We have Kropki pairs. So digits in cells separated by a black dot must be in a 2-to-1 ratio. So 2-to-1 ratio, 2-to-1 ratio, 2-to-1 ratio. Digits in cells separated by a white dot must be consecutive. So consecutive, consecutive, consecutive. Perfectly fine for there to be other places that where dots could appear and don't. That's perfectly fine. Modular lines. Any set of 3 adjacent digits along a modular line has 3 different remainders when divided by 3. So those 3 digits will have 3 different remainders when divided by 3. Those will have 3 different remainders when divided by 3. Those will have 3 different remainders when divided by 3. Any 3 cells that you can draw, connect directly will have 3 different remainders when divided by 3. Now, what are those remainders? If you divide 1, 4, and 7 by 3, you end up with a 1 remainder, 2, 5, 8 have 2 remainder, and 3, 6, 9 have 0 remainder. The easy way to remember that is to look at your numeric keypad. If you don't have one on your keyboard, you'll have one on Sudoku Pad. The vertical banding, 1, 4, 7, remainder 1, 2, 5, 8, remainder 2, 3, 6, 9, remainder 0. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. There's a couple of gimmies in this puzzle. In a 2-to-1 relationship with a 1 is either a 2 or a 0.5. I can't put a 0.5 in. Consecutive with 1 is either 2 or 0, and I can't put a 0 in. That means 1 and 2 are down here. Now, it doesn't quite force this to be 1, 2, because I could put 1 here and 2, 3 here, but I'm not sure yet. So this is, okay, let's talk modular lines. This is from the 258 group, which I normally color green. So we know one of these is from 369 and one of them is from 147. But if these are from 369 and 147, in this group, I need something from 258. So this needs to be from the 258 group. So this digit here is from 258. Therefore, it is not 1. It is from 258. And it means that these are not from 258 because this run of 3 has the 258 and that is the 2. There you go. Therefore, these are not from the 258 group. These are from 369 and 147. So this group of 3 needs a 258 and therefore that is the 258. And this is a truth along the lines. Every third digit along a modular line must be the same thing because once you've got a run of 3 like this, or every every third digit along, because what you end up with is the run of 3 that starts will end up with the 2 other digits, and then the next run of 3 that picks up a new digit has to pick up the thing that was dropped off. So this being from 147, which I normally color blue, these 2 digits are not from 147, so the 147 in here has to be here. These are not from 147, so the 147 in that triple has to be here. Am I going to color these? I think I am. I'm going to color, this is from 147. This is from 147. Oh, that's just a 2, which is from 258. 2 that aren't from 147. So this is from 147. One of these is from 258. There is a 2 in here. These are from 147 and neither of them can be 1. Okay. One of those is a 1. I'm not sure. This is either 1 or 3. If this is a 1, this is a 2. If this is a 3, this is either a 2 or a 4. So this is a 2 or a 4. But a 2 here means this is a 1 or a 4. And if this is 1 or 4, if this is 4, this has no partner. This would have to be a 2 or an 8, and it can't go with that. So this must be a 2, and therefore it's from that group. But that doesn't change this at all. There's something, but this is now a blue group because it's from 147, and there must be a 147 in here. There must be a blue in here. So none of those are blue because there is a blue in here. This is just 3. Because this, which I color yellow, I forgot to color this blue as well. But this is 3 because it's consecutive with 2, but it can't be 1. And that's going to give me everything because it's going blue, green, yellow. This has to be from 147. And therefore, this set of 3 needs a 369. Therefore, this set of 3 needs a 147. Therefore, this set of 9 needs a 369, and this is a 147. So this is 147. This isn't the 1, this is the 3, this is the 1 by Sudoku. This is a 4-7, giving me a 4-7 pair in the column. This is from 5 or 8. This is from 3, 6, or 9. Okay, that was an important place to start, and I didn't. This is from 147, and it's not a 1. That's a 4 or a 7. Okay, so this line did a lot of work. I feel this line is going to do a lot of work, but I'm not sure how to break that one open yet. That digit there is 3, 6, or 9. That is from the 369 group. And the reason I know that is this line must have 1 each of 147, 258, 369 because that's a run of 3, and that's a run of 3 that must have 1 of each. So the digits that are left in the column, because every column has 3 digits from, like, it has 147, it has 258, and it has 369 because the column has all 9 digits. So this has to be the leftover digit. If this was from 258, I'd only have 1 green digit to put in here, and if it was from 147, I'd only have 1 blue, and that doesn't work. This has to be from 369. But I'm not sure how that's helping me. 2 is in one of these 2. If that's a 2, that's a 1 because it couldn't be a 3. And that would make that the blue digit, which would be 4 or 7. So if that's 1, that's 1. That could work. And that would fully color this line if that's a 2. Let's color this line. Not with its proper colors, but let's say whatever this is, don't know what it is, but we know that this would also be purple. We know that this would also be purple. We know that this would also be purple, and we know that this would also be purple. And then we know that everything directly after the purple would be another color. Let's call it orange. And then everything after that would be a different color. Let's call it gray. Okay. So whichever ones they are on this line must be the same sets. If either of these are blue, that's a 1. If this is a blue, that's not necessarily true. Although that would be a 4-7. If this is blue, that would be a 4-7. So I've either got that as a 1 and there being 4-7 in here, or that's a blue and there's a 4-7 pair in here. That's weird and I don't know what to do with it. One is in one of these 2. Oh, this is one of each and this is one of each. So this is one of each. Oh, I already had that because there's a modular line right there. That's the dumbest thing I've ever said. And I've said some really dumb things. Let's look at this black dot. It can't be 1, 2. It could be 2, 4 because 2 and 4 are 2 different modularities. It can't be 3, 6 because 3 and 6 are the same modularity. It could be 4, 8. There must be a 4 on this. This is only from 2, 4, 8. And 2, 4, 8 doesn't include 3, 6, 9. This must be from 3, 6, 9. That's a run of 3, which must include a blue. So this can't be blue because there must be a blue in here. That's a 3, 6, 9. So is it here? This is even, so this must be odd. This is an odd digit. That's a 3. This is beautiful. This had to be from 248 because it couldn't be 1 2. It couldn't be 3 6 because they're the same modularity. So it's either 2 4 or 4 8. So that is an even digit. So this is an odd digit, but it's an odd digit on a black dot. So what can it be? Well, let's put all the odd digits in. Now, it can't be a 1 by Sudoku. It can't be a 5, 7, or 9, because 5, 7, or 9, if you halve them, they're all something and a half, and if you double them, they're all over 9. This can't be 5, 7, or 9. That's a 3, which means this is a 6, and I know purple is yellow. And this is yellow. So this can't be an 8 anymore. 3 2 would make this 1, 3 4 would make this 5, and it can't go 3 2 because if this went 3 2, this would have to be a 1 because 3 2 would mean 3. Yeah, if this went 3, let's do this. If this went 3 2, what would that be? It'd have to be consecutive with 2, but it couldn't be 1 or 3. That's a 4, and 4 is a blue color, so this can't be blue. It's a green color, which it is with 2 or 8. And 4, this has to be consecutive with 4, and it's 5, which is a green color. This is a 9 because it's yellow and isn't 3 or 6. This is either 1 7 or 2 8. Well, I know 1 is in one of... No, I know it. 1 is in one of those two by Sudoku, but this one looks across saying not there. That's the one, and orange becomes blue, and grey becomes green. And this is green because I haven't placed the last green in the box. This is an 8, this is a 2, this is a 7. This box is great. So this is from 258 and I can't see a restriction on it. This is from 147, so it's 1 or 7. So this can't be a 5. If this was a 5, there's nothing consecutive with it in 1 or 7 because it can't be 4. This is 369. This is 5 or 8. This is 4 7, and the 4 7 pair means that's a 1. This is 4 or 7. That's 6 or 9. This is 6 or 9. This is 4 or 7, and this is 5 or 8. Okay. Definitely made some progress. It's going to be this now, and I'm not sure how to use that, but I think I need to do some more Sudoku. Like, can that be 3, 6, or 9? Oh, this isn't the one. This is the one, which is from the 147 group. 2 is in here. It's going to be this run. One of these is yellow. One of those is definitely a 9 because I need to put a yellow in here because I've got a blue. These are yellow and green. So there's no yellow in those. So that can't be yellow. So it's either blue, at which point, sorry, it's blue, at which point it's 7 because it can't be 1 or 4, or it's green, at which point it's 5 or 8. So this is only 5, 7, or 8. So there must be a yellow in one of those two. So there's a 3 in one of those 3. So this is only 6 or 9, but I already had that because of the 3 looking down. One of those is yellow, the other is green. There's no greens in either of those. So if this is 3, the thing is, this can also run of 3 digits. Well, that can't be a 2. This cannot be a 2. If this is a 2, what's that digit? It'd have to be 1 or 3, and it can't be. So this can't be what? Yeah, this can't be 1, 2, 3 or 2, 3, 4. And this is only going up. 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, yeah, I can't put a 1 on it in either direction. 2, 3, 4 doesn't work. 2, 3, 4 doesn't work. So what can this middle digit be? I think is the way of doing it. So this is a weird way of doing it, but it's a good way to visualize. This can't be 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It can't be 6. If this is 5, these are 4 and 6. 5, 7, 8, 9. You can never put 9 in the middle because then these would need to be 8 and 10. So this is 5, 7, or 8. A 7 would need these to be 6 and 8. But that's 2 of 5, 7, 8 right there. I don't... This isn't 3. Oh, and it's not 6. That's a 9. So 3... Oh, yeah. No. Much more basic. Let's do some Sudoku. 3 is not in any of those, and that 3 is looking up. That's a 3, which is a yellow digit, and now I know this is green, this is yellow, this is green, this is yellow. So this is 3, 6, or 9, and it's not 6. That's a 3, 9, but I do know 3 is in one of those two, but that 3 is looking down saying not there. This is a 3, and this is a 6, 9. Now, that was really basic. Now, I've got 3 greens and I've got 3 blues. So this is a yellow digit and is a 6, 9. I've got 3 yellows in here. I've got 3 blues in this column. So this can't be blue because I've got all the 3 blues. It can't be yellow. I've got all the all 3 blues in the column and all 3 yellows in the box. So this is green. So this is from 2, 5, 8. So this is a 5, 8 pair in the column, and that's a 2. There you go. That's the trick. And these are both blue. So these are 4 and 7. And this digit, well, this is the 6, making this the 9 and this the 6, taking 6 out of there. But this digit is the green that hasn't been placed. And these are a 5, 8 pair, and the 5 is looking up, making that the 8 and that the 5. This was not worth looking at, and I'm going to assume I never did that. There is now a triple in this row. I've got all, so I have to put 6 in this row, and that 6 is saying not there. So this is the 6, which is a yellow digit, and this is the 5, 8, which is the last green digit. This is 5, 8 as well. This is a 9 because it's yellow and it can't be 3 or 6. Up here, maybe? Or am I looking in this column? I'm a little worried I'm going to have to color all the 4 7s. This is a 4, 7. So these we know are a 5, 8, 6, 9. Still need to put a green and a yellow down here. I know this is fully modular because there's 1 of each in there and 1 of each in there, and the row needs 3 of each. So this is 1 of each. And that can't be yellow. One is in, oh, where's 1 in this box? 1 is saying not there, 1 is saying not there, 1 is saying not there, 1 is saying not there. That's the 1. Which is consecutive with 2. Which I could have got by Sudoku. That 2 is looking across saying that's not the 2, that's the 2, which is a green color. And I've got 3 blue and 3 yellow in this row. So this is now green. So it's not 3. This is the yellow 3. This is a 5 or an 8. So this can't be a 5 or an 8 because then I'd have 2 greens on the line, and I can't do that. So this is the 7 making it blue, which means this is the 4, looking at making that the 7, which makes that the 4, which makes that the 7, which makes that the 4, which makes that the 7. These are still yellow and green. Don't know. But if this is a 3, this has to be a 2 or a 4, and it can't be a 2. So that's the 4, which is a blue color. This now is either 3 or 5, and it can't be a 3. So that's the 5, which is a green color. And this now being consecutive with 5 without being a 4, this is a 6, which is a yellow color. So these digits, well, the 5 looks up making that the 8 and that the 5. Could have used the 8 for that, making that the 8 and that the 5. The 3 makes that the 9, which makes that the 6, which makes that the 9, which makes that the 6. The 5 looks across, making that the 8 and that the 5. The 4 looks across, making that the 7 and that the 4. This box is missing its 7, which is blue. This row is missing its 3, which is yellow. I still need to put a 6 in one of those. These are 5, 6, and 8. These, we now know what the digits are. These are an 8-9 pair. And these, there must be a 3 in them, and it's not there. This is the yellow 3. So this is an 8-9, but it can't be 9 because then there would be 2 yellows in that run. That's the 8, that's the 9, that's the 8. The 8's are green, and the 9 is yellow. This isn't the 2 anymore. There's no 8 there. So what are these triples? 1, 2, 3, 3, 7, and 9. Well, the 3 and the 7 makes that the 9. I'm going to get rid of all the colours now. 3 and the 7 make that the 9, and I can take the 9 out of those. The 3 looks down, making that the 7 and that the 3. This is a triple, which is 4, 5, and 6. The 4 is not there. The 6 is not there, and I don't know about that one yet. Okay, great. The 8 makes that the 5, which looks down, taking 5 out of both of those. I can get rid of that. The 6, no. The 7 looks across, making that the 4 and that the 7. So this is a triple. 4, 8, and 9. The 9 looks up, saying that's not the 9. There's no 9 there. That's the 9. Something, something. 5, 6, 4, 5, 8, 4, 6, 8, something, something, something. It's this row. There's only 2 digits in this row, or this row. Pick one of those 3. I was looking vertically, not horizontally. The 8 makes that the 5, which makes that the 6, which makes that the 8. The 6 look down, making that the 5, which makes that the 4, which makes that the 6. And the 4 looks up, making that the 8 and that the 4. And that is a beautiful puzzle. 64 solves in 236 days. Not many people downloaded the book, and that's a travesty. But here's a puzzle. Go get the book, solve some more puzzles from the book. It's really good because these puzzles are a great amount of fun. Thank you everyone for watching. I really hope you're enjoying these as much as I am. I'm finding these like the right level of mental challenge. It's a lot of fun. Thanks everyone. And as always, good luck with your solving.